Hi, welcome to tonight's NPSL matchup as your Memphis City Football Club takes on Birmingham Hammers. Memphis looking to double their point total tonight on 3 points off of 3 draws to 6 points with a win. Birmingham looking to continue their form as well. Earlier today, Memphis City turned a positive result. 2-1 on aggregate coming in, and ended up being 3-2 winning the I-40 Cup earlier today. So we'll hope that Memphis City continues their run of form right now and pick up another win. Some clouds come over tonight, so we can see a little bit of rain in the distance. Hopefully we won't get a lot of that. Earlier today we had really nice weather. It was hot. It's cooled off a little bit tonight. Right now we're going to show you some videos of the team members, and enjoy.
My name is Saeed Guy. I play attacking mid and forward. I was originally born in Gambia, West Africa, but I moved over to Memphis about 7-8 years ago. I played college at William Carey University. Paul Pogba. I would say Jennifer Lopez, really nice. Yeah.
We're back as the national anthem is playing. We'll let the national anthem play out. Right. Getting closer and closer to kickoff. Both teams lined up. Not many changes for Memphis City in the starting lineup tonight. As you see the ball kids going and scrambling for all the loose balls, ready for the game. Shio Tanishi again starts in midfield. Lewis Jones. Jermaine Steele is going to be playing up top most likely, with Keba Demba and Luke Parker. Damian Austin in the midfield as well, with Mario Hyman most likely playing midfield there too. Josh Vines in his first start of the year coming back. And Sean Rudder's last game of the year is tonight as he has surgery following week. Captain is Mario Hyman tonight. We expect a more fast-paced game tonight than earlier today. Both of these teams need a win tonight. So we'll see if Memphis gets on the board early. Also Birmingham.
I'd like to remind all fans that due to unforeseen weather, our scoreboard will be down today. Be sure to listen for regular updates on time and score. And feel free to set your watches and clocks when the first whistle blows.
It doesn't look like the rain's going to come down just yet, but expect it over the next 60 minutes or before halftime maybe for rain to come down. They can still play through it though. All right. We have a former referee with us.
That's right, folks. I'm Lawrence Dockery. I had the pleasure of being with y'all for 1 or 2 games earlier this year. I think the last time out here was the game against Chattanooga, which ended in a 0-0 draw. A little bit more exciting than the scoreline would indicate, but we should have a pretty good one here tonight. You mentioned a moment ago about wanting to see if Memphis City could get on the board early. That's something we haven't seen a lot of this season, so I think a fast start is going to be critical. And you mentioned that, it's cooled off. I was down with the Rogue Squadron for the first game against Little Rock earlier today, and I'll tell you what, it was hot. And after about 20-30 minutes, it was obvious that both of those teams were out there feeling the heat, and especially playing on a turf field like this, there's an extra 10-15 degrees of heat coming off that field. So with the rain coming in, the cloud cover, and cooling down, getting later in the day, I think a faster paced, more entertaining game is on tap here tonight.
I agree. That's what I am anticipating. See if where people like Luke Parker, who are changed around often, stand tonight. We're lined up and tried to get it started quickly. Birmingham, the ball rolls out of bounds and it'll be a Memphis City throw in. Damian Austin, the main throw in on his side. You'll see him doing most of that work tonight. Sprinting down the sideline, getting a cross in. Good headed. Good job clearing that out by Sean Rudder. Kaba defense.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Saying Kaba playing defense as he does come back. He's not just an out-and-out winger.
Yeah, so you mentioned Sean Rudder's name there a minute ago, and you mentioned earlier in the broadcast that this is his last game of the season. You hate to see that. Just an injury. You got surgery. I mean, if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. Yeah. But you hate to see somebody's season end prematurely because of injury.
We'll see who comes in to fill that role in the starting center half next to most likely Josh Vines. Josh Vines' talented center half will be there for the rest of the season, as I'm expecting. Andrew Forrest had a good showing today. Younger center back. He played the full 90. Really made no mistakes. That's what you look for in the defense.
You'd love to have seen the clean sheet in the first game, though, but they got the result they needed. They won the I-40 Cup, and that's what we're going to take going forward. They got on the board first, but we've already mentioned it, and not to beat the horse to death or anything, but it was extremely hot out there earlier today, and so we're going to take that. We're not going to hold the lack of a clean sheet against anybody from that first game.
Yeah, it was a good effort. We saw 2 goalkeepers in that game, and both of them made saves that were crucial to winning that I-40 Cup. They go again to the speedster, Mabilas. Luke Parker to Jermaine Steele. Jermaine Steele needs to find help. Kaba. Shiota, here on the wing. He can make defenders miss. Good pass, good pass. Oh, what a save! Oh, Lewis Jones almost puts Memphis on the board early.
As we saw it in the Chattanooga game about a week or so ago, I was very impressed with Shota Nishi's ability to pick passes out and be able to see the game. And we just saw a fantastic example of that right there. Is that great vision by Nishi almost leads to the opener for Memphis City. And we talked about it. That's 2 minutes into the game. That would have been a great start.
Great save by goalkeeper Pritchard Ndara. Oh, and that's dangerous. Jermaine Steele got a foot on it, not what he wanted. Maybe didn't expect the ball to roll all the way through the box.
I think maybe it kind of took a goofy little deflection in there based on the way he kind of sort of had his body turned, I guess you could say. But you would have expected, because if that's the ball that he's expecting, Jermaine Steele, player of his quality, is going to be able to put that in the back of the net 10 times out of 10.
Yes. Jermaine Steele is what you would call a finisher. His ability, and he also has that free kick ability. Throw in for Birmingham on the far side. Says he's offside. Good job by Sean Rudder keeping that line. Quick start. Nishi looks for help. Yeah, Nishi is really, even if Simovic, heavy touch, it'd be a Birmingham throw. Shiota has really come along since, I think Chattanooga was his first game, really his first true game of getting playing time. And he had positive moments in the last couple games as well.
And I don't believe he played in the Little Rock game earlier today.
He didn't. He did not.
So he's got. So not only is he one of the best players, one of the best 22 players out there, he's one of the most rested players out there. So that bodes well. That's going to bode well for Memphis City's attack going forward this evening.
Sean Rudder displaying his dribbling ability, and Jones in again. It's off the post. Steele. What's the referee call here?
Let's see how we restart. I think they may be calling a goal kick. I think maybe the ball hit the top of the crossbar. Yeah, it looks like. I think that's what they're going to call on that shot. But all right, here we've played a little less than 5 minutes, and Memphis has had all the chances. That's one issue. We said we wanted to see a fast start because we haven't seen those yet this year, and we're getting about. It's about aside from not being able to finish 1 or 2 chances, it's about as good of a start as you could expect from Memphis.
Yeah, I would say this is Memphis' best start in the regular season. Birmingham can't keep possession. It'll be a throw in for Damo. Mario Hyman in that holding midfield position is going to be right above Fines and Rudder. It's a good chance. Good tackle from Birmingham. Jermaine Steele seeing a lot of touches in the box so far.
They're getting the bulk of their chances. I would actually probably all of their chances. Everything has been coming down that left-hand side across from us. That's something you may want to keep going to until Birmingham finds a way to say no more. You keep going back to that well because you've created some outstanding chances. You got a corner kick here, so keep going down that left-hand side and just see what happens.
He's going to try a low cross, too low there.
That has been a nitpick of mine so far this season with Memphis City. Is the service on the corner kicks has not.
Parker, I agree.
It's been less than stellar.
I think that's the third or fourth save by Indara. That's a good touch from Nishi. He's taken down. Looked like it was a little bit of on his own power. Just off balance when he took that first touch, it seemed. Yeah, I don't remember who was taking the corners earlier today, but I thought they did a pretty decent job.
They got some air under them.
Yeah, he got some air under.
I remember the very first one of the day of the game earlier today was not a particularly good one, but there was much marked improvement following that.
Simovic, he can cross it. Kaba gets on the end of it. Luke Parker, he can shoot. He needs help though.
And even when Birmingham's been able to kind of get the ball away from the danger area, they haven't been able to do anything with it. And Memphis has been able to just kind of sit back and, do basically for the most part what they've wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've dictated the flow of the game so far. Now that's a decent pass as Ivan is trailing. He catches up though. Good defense. Good job from Asimovic. As Asimovic has come into that starting fullback role the last 3 games and has done well. That's why they've kept him there. You'll see him hugging that post. He also has a very good jumping ability. So watch. Captain takes the header for Birmingham. Jack ball. Like they were going to him the whole way.
Would have liked to have seen a little bit better marking from Memphis City on that corner as he was able to rise up and head that, for the most part, uncontestedly. It drifted harmlessly wide, so no harm, no foul.
Mm-hmm. But you don't want those continually happening throughout the game.
Exactly.
And now, audacious pass. Birmingham's defender's not able to get on it, and Nishi was almost for goal with no defenders near him. But Birmingham get possession back. Shizmaki on the ball. Luke Parker commits a foul, a little shove. Luke Parker is a calm person. You wouldn't expect anything back from Luke. Shizmaki, though, in the first 20 minutes of the game, is already getting frustrated, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, that's going to be a good matchup to watch going forward here. I'm going to go out on a limb. I say one, if not both of them, is probably going to end up getting cautioned at some point in this game. Is really, if the referee had wanted to, you could have booked. You would have had to. I would have booked both of them there probably, but I'm not out there with the whistle, so it's not my call.
Parker has to be smart and gets it out of play.
In the end, though, I think that the referee handled that perfectly. It's early in the game. Just have a word with him, get him settled down.
I think if Luke retaliates, it won't be like after the whistle. It will be during the game with a well-timed tackle or something, and bring Shizmaki down to the ground. But yes, that's how I would figure later in the game. See Jones playing up high more. Nice pass, Shiota, and Shiota's pass goes down to Jermaine Steele, and Jermaine Steele goes over the top crossbar.
Yeah, you're not going to get many better looks than that tonight. That's one that you really got to. That's one that you got to send into the goal. Again, Nishi with just a one touch, just little
on the run.
flick, on the run. That was a great build up. Just the only thing missing so far has just been the end product. That was a fantastic build up play. But that's one you got to put that in the back of the net.
Rudder. Smart idea from Rudder. Just giving it back to Strutz. Hindman looks forward. He finds Parker in some space. Steele trying to navigate through. Ends up getting a foot instead of the ball.
Just a little bit late.
Yeah, just a little bit. Jack ball. Nope. Going forward. Birmingham will take the free kick. Strutz all over that. Not dangerous at all. Long ball. Keep an eye on that partnership with Shota Nishi and Lewis Jones over there on the opposite wing. Oh, and the ball stays in. Shota's showing his speed and dribbling ability. He's looking for help. Nice pass. Steele puts it home! What service from Shota Nishi.
I said you're not going to get many better looks than that tonight, and then next trip down the field gets a better look, and again it's off of coming down the left-hand side, and it's Shota Nishi making things happen. Stutter step, we're going to wait a little bit, settle it down, and then send in the perfect pass. Jermaine Steele making the perfectly timed run. Nothing the goalkeeper could do there. That's about one of the most beautifully worked goals I've seen from Memphis City in the club's existence. Granted, that we're dealing with a relatively small sample size here, and I am prone to hyperbole, but
that was a beautiful goal.
Exactly, it was fantastic.
I would say that was the most beautiful assist I've seen all season for sure.
That was a fantastic pass from Nishi. They need to keep him around.
Nishi plays his college soccer at the D1 level, top 25 team Villanova. So other teams realize his ability too. Glad Memphis City was able to get their hands on him and sign him for the summer. Here, though, we scored a goal chance from Rogue Squadron.
And the Rogue Squadron had a good time with the supporters from Little Rock today. As a couple of them have even stuck around, decided they're going to stick around and hang out with the Rogue Squadron for this game.
That's great.
I don't see any, you mentioned it before we came on, I don't see any of the Magic City Brigade, I believe is what the nickname for the supporters group for Birmingham is. And apparently there was a lot of Twitter trash talk.
Oh, it's Parker.
I think the ball had probably gone out
Yeah.
there. Yeah, assistant referee down there.
Yeah, just went out,
But apparently there was a lot of Twitter trash talk this week from the Birmingham supporters about about the game. There's a lot of trash talk, and I don't. There's no flags, there's no drums, there's no smoke flares. They may be here, they may just be incognito.
You said what was that on Twitter?
Yes, that's all, for the most part during the majority of the week, and it got entertaining at times.
Sometimes I'll pay attention to it. This week I didn't. See if Birmingham picks up the pace. Not being a goal down early. Good job by Damo.
See, for Birmingham, they don't need to panic just yet. Obviously, it's just a goal. You're down 1. There's plenty of time left in the game, but you would like to see a little bit more of a sense of urgency from them. And I think we've got that. I think the pace is a little bit quicker. Their passing's a little bit crisper, a little bit sharper. Maybe, possibly, they're one of those teams that needs to just, as the game goes on, they get more into it. They develop more of a flow and a rhythm as the game goes on.
From what I've seen, when Damian Austin starts at fullback, they try to pick on Damian because he's short and they don't think that he's able to keep up. But with his speed and his defensive ability, he never has troubles, and he's one of the best players on the field usually. And they tried to attack him a couple times to no avail. See if they try the other side, but Asimovich is also very equipped with his defensive ability.
Well, he was Damian Austin was probably the best player on the field in that Chattanooga game.
He was, yes.
Last
Yeah,
Wednesday.
he had a really good game against Chattanooga. I had forgotten about that. Yeah, he did. He played in fullback position, right?
That sounds right. At one point in the game, I was toying with the idea of giving him our totally official Man of the Match award.
Official, yes.
But I ended up having to give that to Bennett Strutz for the double save on the penalty to keep the scoreline at 0. That was insanity.
Jones trying to find Parker, back corner. Jones says, good luck, a little bit long.
That was one of those where, was it a cross or was it a shot?
It could have been.
Hey, sometimes those crosses, they just find a way to sneak into the goal, and I don't think anybody's going to complain about that.
There was one earlier in the qualifying stages this year with the Champions League with Juan Cuadrado. They were playing Lyon, and he didn't even mean to. Coming down the side and just ripped the opposite corner, and he even said afterwards, that was a cross.
Hey, they don't ask how, they just ask how many.
Exactly. Keba pushed off the ball. Birmingham tried to get immediately started on a fast break. Asimovich coming back. Good job by Fines to redirect the ball.
That was a perfectly timed tackle.
Ooh, a little lightning.
If that tackle was not timed as perfectly as it was, that was going to either be a goal or a penalty and a red card. So, very, very good defense there.
See the lightning warning sends the players to the bench right now.
I believe speaking as I've refereed a number of soccer tournaments in weather like this before. I believe the minimum wait period is 30 minutes after the first inning. You have to reset your time every time there's a new lightning strike. Now I don't believe there is a lightning detection system or siren or any sort here at Christian Brothers, but well, I mean you saw it, you said it, I saw it. Referees very clearly saw it, so we're just kind of at the mercy of the weather at this point.
Yeah, when I played high school lacrosse, that was the rule. And you're playing with those big metal rods out there with lightning. They're very cautious about it, but that was the rule, is 30 minutes. And if the ref saw it, he increases the time to another 30 minutes. All right, and during the downtime, we're going to show you some videos, and hype videos or player interviews to get you more in tune with the staff.
We will be back with the rest of our game.
My name is Keba Demba. Play attacking mid. I was born in Gambia, West Africa. I play at Bethel University. Messi. I listen to Chronics.
My name is Diego Alejandro Gonzalez. I play winger and forward. I was born in Mexico. Music playlist, I listen to a lot of Hispanic music. I like the rhythm, the style, so. Yeah, my favorite team has always been Real Madrid.
My name is Keba Demba. Play attacking mid. I was born in Gambia, West Africa. I play at Bethel University. Messi. I listen to Chronics.
During the rain delay, we'll have the video on, but the audio will be muted, so stay tuned. And we're back after that rain delay. Both teams are on the field warming up right now, trying to stay loose. As when you go back in the locker room and sit down, or hopefully the coaches had them moving around, stretching or something, you do tense up after running for about 20 minutes out there. What do you think, Lawrence?
I think they're allotted a mandatory 10-minute re-warm-up period. Because the rain delay lasted, I want to say, a solid half hour to 45 minutes. But yeah, that's something you don't want anybody, unnecessarily just because it rained hard or saw a lightning strike. You don't want anybody getting tensed up after being loose and blowing an ACL or pulling a hamstring or something stupid like that. So just get them warmed back up. Nothing too heavy, nothing too serious. Just kind of get them back into it. The thing that actually concerns me has nothing to do with the physical nature of the players, because they're going to be fine because they're players. They've been playing the game for a while.
Yeah.
But how this stoppage in play is going to affect the momentum. Memphis City had all the momentum. They dominated play through the first 15 minutes of that game, and they're up 1-0. Everything was good going down that left-hand side. So now Birmingham has had a chance to kind of get their wits about them, kind of figure out how they're going to stop doing this. Yeah. And if I'm Memphis City, if I'm Coach Rafa over here, I keep going down that left-hand side until they prove they can stop that, because you're getting quality chances out of it. Until they say, all right, we're not going to let you do this anymore, you keep doing it.
And if I'm the Birmingham coach during that lightning delay, I'm enforcing to my fullback, stay awake. They're picking on you.
I would try to do something to slow down Shota Nishi, because he is carving them apart right now.
Yeah, they're not pressing out on Shota hardly at all, so I expect them to at least close out on him.
No, exactly. They've been giving him acres of space.
They've been wanting him to pass it and trying to lock up the players in front of Shota, but Shota's been able to pass them free, which is
doesn't seem to be a strategy for success if you're Birmingham, which is totally fine with us. But
yeah, it's fine with us.
Once again, I'd like to remind fans that the score is 1-0 Memphis City, and we will begin with 16 minutes and 22 seconds having passed.
So yeah, about 17-minute mark right now is where we'll resume.
Fans, give it up for Memphis City Football Club.
So fans are getting excited for the resume of play.
I think we're just going to restart with a drop ball here. It's all dependent. I thought the ball had gone out, but it looks like the referee's got it set up for a drop ball.
Yeah, interesting. It looks like Birmingham will start with possession. Jermaine Steele takes that drop ball. And Dara, the goalkeeper, starts it out. Rudder playing down that side. Good job to win possession back. Goes all the way back to Strutz. Strutz decides to go with Damo. Good touch by Parker. Steele still going. Jermaine Steele. It's a good tackle. Good attempt.
Outstanding run there from Jermaine Steele. He got bodied off the ball about 35 yards out from goal, got forced out of bounds, just kept going, kept trucking, got all the way down there, forced the goalkeeper into making it a halfway decent save.
Yeah, referee says last touch off of Jermaine, so it'll be a goal kick.
I think that's probably right.
Yeah.
He sent it into the goalkeeper and it bounced back off of him, and that's why the ball ended up going out.
Yeah, I think it did. Good call by the ref. Be interesting to see. The turf does drain the water off, but right now there's still a little bit of standing water somewhat on there, so be interesting to see from dead ball situation. Watch that water.
Now, I know players absolutely hate playing on turf fields because of the way the ball bounces, and if you're sliding, it's going to hurt way worse. And especially, we talked about how hot it was today, and that turf adds an extra 15 degrees. But as a referee, when it rains, I love working on turf because I'm going to get wet, but my feet, for the most part, are still going to stay dry because the turf drains the water so it doesn't just stand there.
It is convenient that we don't have to play in some, there's no muddy patches on the field. You don't have to deal with that.
I mean, there's pros and cons to every playing surface.
Yeah. That's why they. Oh, it's good effort. Headed wide.
Best chance of the game there for Birmingham, and we're only 3 or 4 minutes in after the restart of play, and it's been one good chance apiece, which is more than what we could say for the first 15 minutes of the game. It was all Memphis City. I think Birmingham is going to look back on this and say, thank God for that lightning delay.
Yeah, that was Alan Harwell for the Hammers. That headed effort. Goal kick goes to Birmingham. Offside?
I think there was a foul.
Foul. Too much pressure from Josh Fines. All the way back. It was off the ball.
Yeah, off the ball fouls are going to drive any coach crazy. If you make a foul if you commit a foul while making a play for the ball, you can live with that. You're trying to get the ball, but just knocking somebody down away from the play, that's just stupid and unnecessary.
Watch for a fast break. Watch Shota on the fast break because he's all the way up at the top. Headed clear. Be a throw in.
That was good marking there from Memphis City. Before the rain stoppage and on that last scoring chance for Birmingham, their two chances on the game have come both from headers, and you thought for a minute there that maybe somebody from Birmingham was going to get up and get on to the end of that one, but good marking from Memphis City.
Danger spot, but it'll roll out of bounds, and Strutz will collect it for the goal kick. Trying to get play started quickly. All the way up to the top to Shota.
They almost got lucky early in the game with Birmingham was trying to be cute and play a pass back to the keeper, and Ishii almost was able to get onto the end of it. So it was good awareness, in my opinion, by Strutz to send that ball along. Because normally you don't want to see keepers just booting the ball 85 yards down the field. But when you got a guy like Shota Nishi down there, give him the ball, good things are going to happen.
Jones, not the pass he wanted to Shota. Goalkeeper tries to keep it in play.
That's a very interesting offside call from the
yeah,
assistant referee on the far side. It was the player was off when the ball got played and he came back on, but that looks like about a 10-15 yard run to come back. Normally it's a matter of inches and when they're coming from the offside position to come receive a ball, but that was a good 10-15 yard run there. Good eye by that AR.
Nice pass by Rudder. Not able to keep it in bounds, but Memphis City will get the throw in. Damo with the throw. Looking for help. Here's Shota. Got almost 3 players on him now.
That's what it's going to take. If you're going to shut him down, you're going to have at least 2, probably 3 on him.
Jones tries his luck. It was a good interception and pass by Mario Hyman to get that shot.
You know what? I don't have a problem with that shot. Normally, you don't necessarily want to see people rocking and firing from that far out. But you know what? If the ball's slick, it's a slick surface, you don't know what's going to happen. You got a 1-goal lead. Let it fly, man. And it was close, too.
It was a decent shot. Not testing the goalkeeper, but definitely got Indara's heartbeat up a little bit.
Make sure he kept his eye on the ball.
Mm-hmm. Parker tackles out of bounds. Chandler Stroop throws it in for Birmingham. Keegan McQueen sends it upfield.
We've seen in played about 8 minutes since the restart here. It has helped Birmingham, I would say. I think you'd agree with that. It's been a
Yes.
Memphis City's still been able to get one or two chances, but they are not nearly as dominant on the ball. They haven't had nearly as much possession or as many clear-cut chances. I think that was vital in getting everything slowed down.
Oh, great pass. Shota's onside with a chance. Shoots. Oh, just wide. 9 out of 10 times, that's a goal.
But this is the one.
Yeah, it's the one.
And it's not just that. I mean, even though a shot went wide, there was still. I want to say it was Luke Parker closing in, but I'm not 100. I didn't get a good look at the jersey number. But there was somebody flashing in towards that post, so he could have gotten another wicked assist on that. Just a little bit too far to the right and a little bit too far forward.
And that would have been an assist for goalkeeper Strutz. Moved out wide. Birmingham pushing forward quickly. Good job from Strutz, because that was a hard cross.
He's lucky Josh Fines didn't accidentally put that in the back of his own net. We mentioned earlier the ball's a little wet, so crazy bounces like that might be prone to happening.
Oh, he's pushed down. Shota is pushed down. A couple more of those, and there will be a card. You can't shove the smallest guy on the field down time and time again.
I think I think I would give a caution in that scenario. A, because the referee had already played an advantage because there was a foul that had happened back here. We're going to call it the 40-yard line. I'm trying to avoid saying the yard line because it's a soccer game, but they're there, so we'll use them. And the referee waved play on, played the advantage because Memphis was going down the field. Then Nishi, just two hands in the back. To me, that's a caution, but not in this referee. It's in the opinion of the referee, and I am a referee. I am not the referee.
As I talked about earlier, Jermaine Steele does have a nice free kick. He scored from the spot this year.
And that is the most important thing. The foul was called. Memphis City gets a free kick opportunity out of it.
Yeah, but we'll be looking to see what the ref calls from now on. Tries again, blocked twice. Birmingham trying to get it started quickly. Josh Fines, good job not to let the ball go any further. Oh, and no caution, a good call. A good play by Fines.
For a brief moment there, I thought she was going to her pockets to pull the card out. She was just signaling that it was a jersey pull.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Anytime when the referee reaches low, I always think it's a card. Simovic going to take the throw in on the far side. Ndaro with the ball, looking for help. Just going to send it to the flat. See that high pressure from Memphis. Jermaine Steele got a goal against Nashville in that draw by just being there, or in that loss rather, excuse me.
See, I don't understand why so many teams are so perfectly content just to let the keeper stand back there and just hold on to the ball. Force them to do something with it. You know, if they boot it long, it happens. One extra attacker pressing the goalkeeper with the ball isn't going to hurt you defensively. But if the goalkeeper screws up, you got an easy goal. It's a low risk, high reward scenario to me anyway. Excellent
Nice
ball
pass.
by Nishi.
Good pace by the Birmingham defender. Now he's just trying to shove him. Oh, and that's a debatable call. Call's not in Luke Parker's favor so far this game.
I didn't think there was anything in that. I thought dude was just trying to body Parker off, and Parker went past him and he fell down.
I think that he applied more physicality than actually Luke Parker did. Luke Parker was just trying to go under him, and when he went under him, it was almost like pulling the table out. Just physics, but ref says Luke Parker initiated the physics. Two Memphis City players go for that. Josh Fines on the ball on the wing. And that skill move rarely works on the sideline. Trying to go all the way up top. Good job. Further to throw in. Luke Parker takes it. Stroot's coming out. Good job. Took a touch instead of just sending it. That was dangerous, but it worked out.
It was dangerous. They got lucky. Bennett Stroots is looking for a foul, and he's not going to get it. I mean,
Yeah, not on that play.
Your follow-through ran into the dude. He didn't hit you.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little bit of a nervy moment there. Outside of the 18, playing the ball around with none of your defenders there to help, and two Birmingham attackers. That's a few missed heartbeats up here in the up in the press box, and probably over there in the Rogue Squadron too.
Yeah, we weren't sure what was going to happen for a second. Ball takes a bounce, but it's out of bounds. Throw into a tight area. Hyman. Steele going up that wing once more.
Not sure what Jermaine Steele is arguing about there. He just
The 30 minutes pass.
He just quit chasing the ball.
Memphis City.
Yep, there it is. There you go.
Yeah, you can't dispossess Mario Hyman like that. You can't push him off the ball. The ref realizes that you have to put enough pressure to put him off the ball that's a foul most of the time. Damo's going to take the kick. Oh, Nishi streaking. Oh.
Yeah. He's got that ability. He knows. He knows when to make runs. He knows when to look up. He knows when to keep it. He's a very talented individual. And I think Coach Rafa down here on the sideline saw that same run too, because as soon as Nishi, got to about the out of bounds line, Coach Rafa just put his head in his hands and started walking in circles.
Long ball to the near side. Damo heads it to Parker.
That's
some pushing
cautious.
and shoving. Daniel Fragachin gets off the bench. They need to pull Daniel back. Yeah,
Daniel, you gotta be smart.
You guys stay on the bench. I understand, like, it makes sense, and Memphis City has reason to be upset.
Well, they were getting the ball back, and then
Yeah.
see, I think if you're the referee here, there's got to be at least two cautions handed out to Damian Austin and whoever the Birmingham player was that got in his face and kicked the ball away. I think that's where you got to start. You got to book both of those players, and then I think Fragachin's got to go because he left the bench and started jumping in trying to fight people, and we don't need any of that.
I think they stopped Daniel just in time, though. I think if he would have gone and actually he put his hand on, kind of pushed, but thankfully nobody swung. Not even an open.
I don't understand how no cards are getting issued out of that.
Yeah, they're.
I mean, once you have mass confrontation like that, it's going to be difficult to figure out who gets what. But you have to at least pop the two individuals who kind of got the ball rolling. In which case, it was Damian Austin after one of the Birmingham players kicked the ball away after Memphis City had won a throw in.
And you do that as a referee, right, to control the game, because you want to have control over the game.
This referee she's going to have to start issuing cautions, basically like Candy here, because she's losing control of this game. Because these players are not responding to her just waving her arms at them. It's not happening.
No, yeah.
And I always try to take the side of the referee, but she's got to get control of this real quick.
Because there can be a.
Because there's going to be somebody's going to come in with the studs up challenge, trying to break somebody's ankles, and then she's going to have to go straight red after not issuing any cards, and everyone's going to lose their mind. It's going to be a giant nightmare.
She might go yellow if somebody punches them in the face.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
I know, but that was ridiculous not giving a card there. I understand. Damian Austin definitely stood his ground, and in other, like, let's say that's the NBA. And Damian Austin's going to get fined too because he did put his hands on him. But in my opinion, Damian's just doing that to protect himself so he doesn't get a right hook in the face.
Well, he was just irritated because he'd won a throw-in and the Birmingham player said no and sent the ball up into the stands.
Yeah, and
to me that's
I
would have given a caution to the Birmingham player for either unsporting behavior or delaying a restart, and then you book Damian Austin for unsporting behavior for getting up in Birmingham dude's face.
The ref gave a caution in the earlier game today with Ibrahim Nasser down here. All he did was just after the whistle, he just shot it and went off the post.
He sent it.
Same exact thing, except sends it up into the fans, and there's no caution given. I thought that was in the rule book, that if you kick the ball out.
Well, if you're making a play on the ball, it's going to be a 50-50 type situation if they kick it or if it's an appropriate time. But once the whistle's gone and then you decide, all right, I'm going to boot it, no, that's a problem.
Yeah. Dangerous ball. Nishi, good touch.
Even while he's getting fouled, he's got incredible touches.
He gives it back into Jones. Jones with the chance.
Jones couldn't stay outside.
Oh, so close. Just inches, maybe a few inches. That was a good shot by Lewis Jones afterwards.
That's what you do. Nishi out there making things happen. Luke Parker had a fantastic pass in that sequence.
Yeah, that was a good pass.
Couldn't stay on side.
If I'm Birmingham's coach, I'm still absolutely astonished that my players aren't trying to close out on Nishi.
Somebody just got issued a caution. I don't know if it's number 24 from Birmingham, and I don't know if it's Ivan Asimovich.
I don't think Ivan got it, but
I can't tell because Asimovich had his hands up like I didn't do anything, and the referee is in number 24's face. I'm not sure. Somebody got booked for dissent there. I'm not sure who it was.
We'll see in a second. She's got a card in her hand. I'm pretty sure it's...
She showed it.
Yeah. Oh, here comes one. Yep.
And there's one for Asimovich. Okay, so unsporting behavior.
See, that's a makeup call.
No.
I think it is because you have to, like you said, at some point you have to initiate the cautions.
Well, those two were probably just drawing and saying words. I don't think makeup call is the correct term. There should have been a pair issued here a minute ago, but that didn't happen, and this is just
in my opinion, trash talking is on a whole nother level than stopping play, than actually making...
Well, it depends. It depends on how many times the referee has told the players cut it out.
I think that if you're a mature enough athlete, you can hear whatever trash talk you want and still be able to play your game. And I think that the refs...
But she got both of them, so there's no issues here.
Watch with Asimovich, he might be a little bit more... not timid, but less likely to slide in on that far side wing on defense. Because that's usually his go-to, is slide tackle right outside the box. It's usually successful. Probably stay on his feet for the rest of the game. It's dangerous. Ball comes down, but good job by Keba Dimba. Good job by Shota.
That was good. He had to be careful there.
Yeah, he did have to be careful. Speed on speed, but Jermaine Steele is just a tad faster. He does a hard push. He comes onto the track.
Yeah, there's a caution coming here.
Well, I'll tell you what, there better be.
There should be.
There's not. She's not going to give one. She's not. There we go. Thank you. Finally. Goodness gracious.
You have to have a word with the player. You don't go guns blazing, so to speak.
You're right. She did the right thing there. She did the right thing.
I don't understand how these Birmingham players are going to sit here and say...
I don't understand the Birmingham players' mentality right now. You're down a goal. Quit complaining and go get a goal.
And somebody got
There
sent
we
off.
go!
I'm guessing that's foul and abusive language. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I would think so.
I'm guessing one of the Birmingham players said
Hey,
a dirty word.
And what I said earlier,
Of course,
I
he's
do not
going to come off and say, I didn't do anything, I didn't say anything. Referees don't just hand out red cards or foul and abusive language for nobody doing anything.
And what I said earlier about the trash talk, I was not talking about player to ref. Anytime a player says something to a ref, I believe that could be the straight red. And now Memphis is playing man up.
I'm thinking that's what happened here.
But don't you agree that like it's you should respect them almost as if they are your higher ups almost. I mean, because they control the game, they control what happens.
Without the referees, there is no game.
Yeah, exactly. And when you
Red
go up
card issued
and
to number 28, Robert Stroop of the Birmingham Hammers.
Stroop's seen a lot of touches, and
Anthem.
that's a big loss.
And that's pretty stupid on his part because Birmingham had really kind of worked their way back into this game
that's what
after the rain stoppage.
That's my point.
They'd gotten some chances, and now not only are they down a goal, but they're down a man.
And they're frustrated more than ever.
And we're not even at halftime yet. I don't think we've seen the end of the fireworks here tonight.
I would agree. We should put a Twitter poll question up. How many fouls do you think will be handed out in the second half? Over or under of 10?
That's always the scenario where you want to say, if I was a betting man, well, you know, from time to time I am a betting man, but I would take the over on the 10 fouls. Now, there's two things that can happen here from Birmingham. They can come out in the second half incredibly angry and ready to just kill people, or they could just throw in the towel and say, screw it, we're just going to be out here and kill time. We're not even going to try.
Well,
it's been my experience that there's no in between. It's always one of the two.
we'll see. Yeah, I agree. It usually is that case.
Five minutes remaining.
And when you're issued a red, you have to leave the stadium, correct?
Yeah, it's you got to go out of sight, out of mind.
Okay.
Because he's not down there on. He's not. I saw he started walking. So
It's a long way home from Birmingham. It's a long walk.
I think he just has to go sit in the locker room.
That's sad though.
Well, next time don't start dog cussing the referee.
Yeah.
I've got no sympathy for you, dude.
I have no sympathy either. That's the card that needed to be given.
And to be clear, I don't think that was the same. The player that got sent off was not the player who picked up the caution
No,
for
it
the
wasn't.
foul
Number
on Jermaine
18.
Steele.
Yeah, number 18 got the caution, the yellow card. But yeah, he was just coming up. He was the first one that ran up to the ref. I did see that. Jota's pushed off. Damian Austin caught out of position, but doesn't matter if Memphis gets the ball back. Good move. Break free. Come on.
It's funny. He's been able to duck out of a couple challenges. Like, he's so fast and so good that he's being able to avoid being fouled.
Well, I'm sure all of his life he's learned how to irk the defense on him.
I noticed that in the Chattanooga game when he was really starting to assert his influence on the game. He was they were taking him out of it by just whacking away at him, and it worked because he wasn't nearly as effective in the latter part of that game as he was in the first part.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Not sure.
Wet ball. It kind of it looked like he was going for a pump fake almost, and it's wet, so it slipped out of his hand.
I almost thought he was trying to throw it down and tackle Luke while he wasn't looking.
I think he thought that he was going to get a redo out of that, and he said, "No, this isn't U6. You don't get redos."
Yeah. This isn't U6. Just out. Yeah, now on most of these falls, Birmingham's not going to get the benefit of the doubt, I don't think, for the rest of the game.
And here's another problem that I have with the referee not issuing those 2 cautions earlier and kind of nipping all of this in the bud, is Coach Roth was over here losing his mind about saying the Birmingham player was in the field of play when he threw the ball in. Now, by not nipping all of this in the bud, every single person is going to argue every single thing, and it creates a giant nightmare for everybody. Because for whatever reason, players and coaches feel like they have a right to say whatever they want to, and you don't. Well, I don't understand why you're going to sit here and argue a throw-in at midfield while you're up a goal and up a man.
Birmingham trying to get something started. It's been about all that they've done.
They had one decent chance right after the restart from the rain delay. Other than that, they had a couple of half chances, but
from set pieces.
For the most part, it's been Memphis City. They haven't been as dominant post-restart as they were the first 15 minutes of the game.
I feel like Memphis City could have had potentially 4 goals this half. Only one.
They had
one called back because of offsides.
And you had Jermaine Steele miss a golden chance and then 2 minutes later make up for it by burying the actual goal.
And Nishi almost hit post on the far, trying to get far post on the finesse shot. Yeah, so probably at least one of the most effective first halves for Memphis City offensively. Still had a couple of holes defensively, as we were talking about. Birmingham had a couple chances, but Josh Fines and Sean Rudder at the back have played well. Simovic with the quick throw, but ref says from afar, but she saw it. It's going to be a Birmingham throw. Good job by Nishi. Nishi's also has a tackling ability that we saw against Chattanooga. I haven't seen a whole lot this game. Well, we did kind of see where he came up and slid and possessed the ball and hopped up. But he does have a defensive ability as well. Do a foul on Mario Hyman. Captain on captain. And I've got a man at the back right here, number 25. That's Mike Cornell. Nobody sees him though.
We've had the 45. I think we're in some stoppage time now. I imagine because of all the chirping and all the stupid extracurriculars from the players that the referee's going to add some sort of significant chunk of time on here at the end of the first half.
See, there's Simovic slide. Probably collided a little bit. He's not getting up at the moment. And Ivan Asimovic is no weakling.
But he's got to be careful. He's already on a yellow. Of course, he hasn't been tested too much since he was shown the caution.
Okay.
Not exactly sure what the whole deal was. I think maybe they gave a foul. I'm not exactly sure why Asimovic is over there arguing with the assistant referee. You're ended up with the ball and a free kick. I don't know what more you want out of that.
I think he's trying to figure out really what happened, and if he thinks that he knew what happened, maybe asking why not a yellow, but to no avail.
And I have to laugh. These Birmingham coaches are ripping the AR over here, a new one. I'm sitting here. Well, he's across the field and 70 yards away. He's not over there. He doesn't see what's been going on the far side of that field. Everybody needs to just calm down and just let the game go. Just let it happen.
High-strung half with emotions rising, more so from Birmingham, as really Memphis City players able to keep their cool for the most part. Saw Daniel Fragican run onto the field, but teammates did well to hold him back.
That's something. If somebody higher up somewhere catches that, that's going to be something's going to be handed down, because you can't leave the bench area and go try to fight. People.
You can't do that. And we'll join you for the second half. We're show videos. We're about to show some videos right now, so y'all enjoy those. And come back. Don't leave us. Come back for the half. It's going to be a good one. Even though Memphis is up 1-0, it's still going to be. There's going to be goals in the second half, I predict.
My name's Mustafa Wada. Everyone calls me Taf. I play right wing or attacking midfield. I was born in England. I play at Bethel University in Mackenzie. My favorite player is Lionel Messi because he just makes the game look easy. I would say Margot Robbie.
Hi, my name is Shota Nish. I live Osaka. My position is center midfielder. My favorite player is Iniesta.
My name's Sean Rudder. Defender. Bristol, England. I played at Christian Brothers University. Roy Keane. Got to be central.
My name is Kit Huddleston. Usually somewhere on the back line. I prefer left back. I was born in Tupelo, Mississippi. I'd probably have to say Davi Silva. He was a guy that was popular when I was growing up, and he's a lefty like me, so. Playlist right now. I don't know, that song Side to Side by I Love McConan. Sounds pretty good right now.
My name is Bennett Strutz. My position is a goalkeeper. I was born in Germany, in a small city, and then I moved to Leverkusen. I currently go to Cumberland University in Lebanon, Tennessee. My favorite player is Manuel Neuer, best goalkeeper in the world. My favorite junk food is probably pizza.
Welcome back for the second half of this physical matchup between the Birmingham Hammers and your Memphis City Football Club. Couple of changes for Birmingham. Gerard Barbero is coming in, and Austin Graham, number 3 and number 20.
And they've only got 10 out there. That's the thing to remember. That's gonna. Memphis City's had the bulk of the possession, even when they were playing 11 v 11. They got a 1-goal lead and a 1-man advantage. I'd make them again. I'm sort of a betting man. I'd make them relatively heavy favorites to see this and get the job done. But you still got 45 minutes. Make sure you close it out and don't do anything stupid. Exactly. A game that's been intense and physical. There's already been a send-off, been a couple cautions thrown out. Nobody needs to be doing anything stupid.
Oh, good take by Jermaine Steele. You could hear it pop off from the captain, Birmingham. Number 20 comes in and makes his first tackle. We're going to want to run the ball at number 20. I do not think that just from right there, and he gives a high five, I would. If I'm Jermaine Steele, I'm pressing towards that middle every time because there's no way that guy can keep up with me.
Birmingham doesn't really have a ton of speed on their back line, it doesn't look like. And if they do, it's Steele and Nishi have been making them look extremely slow. And it's still wet out there, apparently. It's kind of becoming a comedy of errors. People just falling down all over the place.
Yeah, if it was that easy for number 20 to fall down.
I think he just slipped on the kick.
I think, yeah. Simovic looks good. Kind of got up a little slowly there earlier. But he looks to be 100% right now. Josh Fine's tracking back. Falls over it. Tripped up, and it'll be a free kick. Good job by Josh Fines.
I'm not sure if the Birmingham coaches are aware of this or not, but throwing your arms up in the air and yelling at the fourth official is not going to change the fact that a foul was called.
I don't think they're going to stop either. They've been pretty vocal tonight. Sean Rudder trying to unlock Asimovic. And good tackle by Kaba to stop that fast break. Good pass. See, Mario Hyman didn't have a big role in the first half. He usually is one of the major players for Memphis. So look to Mario to have more touches and try to put himself on the ball more.
Yeah, now that you mention that, we didn't say his name a whole heck of a lot in the first half, and it's been kind of like that the couple of games we've done together. It's just there's been guys that you would expect to kind of step up and dominate the game to an extent, just have kind of been patchy in and out and disappeared for long stretches. The only one who hasn't has been Shota Nishi. He's been very impressive from start to finish the couple of times I've seen him out here.
You know somebody who I've been impressed with, I think this might be his best game. His number, I'll make sure I get his number right. It's Lewis Jones.
Yeah, he's had a solid game. He's had a solid. I won't go far as to say outstanding. We've still got 40 minutes left.
Yeah, he hasn't had a. Yeah, he's definitely made some mistakes, but they're playing him up top on this wing, and number 16 is Jones.
And so you mentioned up on this wing. This is the side where it was all happening on the left-hand side for Memphis in the first half, and look, here we go, coming down the left again.
Yeah, no, see, it's interesting because Keba Demba usually is an out-and-out winger. And this game, he's kind of almost played in a center attack role, almost kind of distributing, with Nishi more of up top. So it's been interesting to see Keba, who usually is one of the guys that makes those dangerous runs. Like, it's usually Keba Demba and Mustafa Wada, or Taff, starting on those wings. Of course, Mustafa's hurt right now.
I do wonder how many of the changes in tactics and where players are being played for this game. I wonder how much of that has to do with the fact that there's a large number of games in a very short amount of time for Memphis City. Mm-hmm. You had a doubleheader today, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're playing Mississippi Brilla in Jackson tomorrow.
Yeah, friendly. So
that's 3 games in 48 hours. That's a lot. So I wonder how much of that has to do with Coach Rafa trying to juggle, man manage.
Yeah. He definitely was doing that earlier with many substitutions made. I don't know the exact number, but it was a lot.
I believe they had unlimited substitutions in that first game.
Yeah, I think so. It seemed like it coming because they were pulling in and out too, as well. Simovic. Mario Hyman gives it out wide to Damian Austin.
Damian Austin's been good defensively. He's been solid, very good defensively the last couple of games.
Goodness.
I think what's underrated is his ability to get down on that wing and get forward and create stuff, chances offensively.
He's definitely an attacking fullback as well as a very good defensive fullback. You didn't get ball. Come on. Birmingham players are being petty at this point.
This
He's
is
standing on the ball.
Everybody just needs to grow up. Everybody just needs to grow up and play the game. And that way, nobody has to be a bad guy. Nobody's got to show cards. Nobody's got to get sent off. Just grow up and play the game the way it's supposed to be played.
Honestly, it reminds me of like a high school game that is getting out of control.
Well, we are at a high school.
Jones, good effort.
That's probably the best, most well-struck free kick set piece I've seen this season from Memphis City. Now he sent it right at the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But there was pace on it and there was elevation on it because a lot of them have been low, slow rollers. That was well struck, but not well enough. Sent it right to the keeper.
There's a fast breakdown on the other end, but Keba Demba acted well and ended that fast break. As he did just moments ago. Good throw in far side. The Birmingham player was not looking. Driven chance, but deflected. Not the pass Steele wanted. Going outside, and Simovic on the ball. Good job, Yvonne.
It's funny, despite having a man advantage, Memphis City really hasn't made much out of it. There haven't been any clear-cut chances so far this half. There haven't really been any clear-cut chances anywhere.
Miscommunication from Birmingham players.
And it's funny, as soon as I say no clear-cut chances, that's probably the second best chance of the game for Birmingham.
There's not a whole lot more you can do defensively there for Memphis. Is the two Birmingham players kind of collided and the ball spurted out. He takes a shot off of his back foot. But yeah, that was closer than most of the shots they've had at the other two. Simovic. Nishi. To see where he goes with it. Good move. Oh, just a little bit out of reach for Luke Parker. Good look. Luke Parker acknowledges that, as he often does.
But again, the vision from Nishi, just to pull up and just look and find Parker, and that was almost an effortless chip.
If you watch his arm, you can tell almost when he's about to, like the split second of when he's about to pass it. It's just form. It's like you can tell he's been playing this sport since he was very young. It's ingrained in him. Some things that the substitute Gerard Barbero, number 20, adds is he is a nice passing D-mid. It's Keba Demba streaking forward, showing his speed. And he goes back to Jones, trying to get that corner, but the goalkeeper's all over it.
55th minute, the score remains
That was a
1-0.
pretty little 1-2 sequence there. It was just a shame that they couldn't. Nobody was up there to finish it off. There was no support. It just ended up being Demba down on the goal line by himself.
Jones looking for help. He's going to give it back to Yvonne. See what Austin can do as he is going to move forward. Gives it to Nishi. Immediate pressure on Nishi.
It's funny. It looked for a minute there in the first half like Birmingham had decided to double mark or even triple mark Nishi, and then they've backed out of that, and he's been able to continue to pretty much do whatever he wants. Again, not really a strategy for success if you're Birmingham, but oh well.
Lewis Jones just misjudged the way the ball was going to land. It would have been him on the goalie.
Looked like he was just drifting a little bit too far to the right as the ball came back to his left.
Sean Rudder, hard clearance, but deflects off. It's Rudder again. Nishi. Oh, that's a high kick. No call. I don't think the ref saw it. Okay, he did. She did.
I think it just ended up being a Memphis City throw-in.
Okay.
And here we go with all Birmingham people arguing a throw-in at midfield. That's always hilarious to me.
Yeah, this has been the worst sportsmanship team that we've played this year.
I would have to agree with that.
By far the worst sportsmanship.
We got along great with the Chattanooligans and the Chattanooga players and coaches, and they were all outstanding people. The folks that made the trip from Little Rock this morning were nice. They got it, like I said. There's a couple of the Little Rock supporters hanging out in the Rogue Squadron right now that they hung out in the tent with us all day.
We had a nice.
I've not seen any Birmingham fans, and the players have been up in Memphis City's face and in the referee's face, and the coaches have been in the Memphis City players' face and the referee's face. That's they're kind of an unpleasant bunch. That's putting it nicely.
Yeah, I might quote you on that.
Well, go ahead. It's on the record.
Coming up on 60 minutes to play, just a half an hour left. All the way back to Stroops. Stroops gives it to Rudder. Good move by Yvonne. Says he was out. Or a foul. It was a foul. Good call by the ref. Immediately gets it going. Didn't curl as much as he had hoped for. Headed back to Indara.
No, I mean, we've only played about 12 minutes of this half, but honestly, I was expecting a little bit more fireworks like we had in the first half. I don't know if the halftime break kind of got everybody calmed down, and now that that one toxic individual for Birmingham's been sent off for dog cussing the referee, more than likely. There's always that one player who just has a way of making everything worse.
Well, when you get your ego in your head like that, you think that you're above everything else, and that what you do is protected by this white holy sheath, and that is not the case. The ref will expose you on that. I've overall, besides the player running onto the field, I was impressed with how Memphis, the coaches and the players handled that. With starting from Luke Parker getting shoved at the very beginning and just kind of smiling and saying, all right, if you really want to play that way. And going up to Nishi, getting taken down twice, no card or anything. Well, a foul on one, no foul on the other. And then him just shaking that off. And then all the way back here to when that almost fight broke out. They handled it well.
They have, aside from that incident, the mass confrontation we had, and I've already forgotten who it was that ran out on the field and was trying to fight people. But aside from that one instance, they've been relatively composed. That play that got the Birmingham player sent off. That was all Birmingham. There was no Memphis City. There
Yeah.
was the foul, which led to a caution for a different player. But other than that, it was 3 Birmingham players all yelling at the referee.
Well, immediately after the foul, Jermaine Steele was shoved down, and he just kind of walked away.
He ended up all the way out on the track almost.
Yeah,
Just
no,
kinda
he
sitting
slid
there.
onto the track, which kind of, I mean, that track is very close to that out of bounds line down there. Well, really all the way around, but so you hear a chance of "Don't hurt Jermaine." Coach Raffle looking at his bench for a second to see. Coming up here is when we would see substitutions. I believe that there will at least be. Looking at the bench, we got Fernando Moreto, Matt Ross.
I don't know that Matt Ross is going to be coming into the game today.
Yeah.
He played a full 90 against Little Rock in the heat.
He played a lot. Like, he was one of the main people in that game playing fullback. Decent chance, decent cross from Yvonne, but not exactly what he wanted. Give some credit too to the Birmingham goalkeeper. He's been tested tonight, and the goal was not like when the goal was scored, you said there's nothing he could do, and there really wasn't. I mean, when the shot's redirected like that, it was a toe poke basically.
You could,
can't do
that was
much.
fantastic work going down the side by Nishi, and it was a beautiful cross. And Jermaine Steele more than made up for his earlier misfire. There's no goalkeeper in the world that was going to stop that. That was perfectly placed pass by Nishi and a perfectly placed finish.
Once again, another the Birmingham player is going to go down like he got hit in the face. I mean, this guy has fallen down 3 times this game off of no contact.
To me, that he should get the caution. Now, I'm sure if he is, she's going to wait till he gets up, because it's not really a good look if you're going to popping a kid with a yellow card while he's laying down there on the ground.
Oh, I think it's all right. If you did wrong,
that's just not a professional look. So
you're right. It's not. You're right. It's not. But that's his fault. Now he's sitting down. If you're hurt, man, get off the field. See, he's fine.
And there's the caution. You wait till he
did
gets
exactly
up.
what you said too. And now he's smiling at the ref. But yeah, we'll see. Now he comes back up.
Number 20, Gerard
It's the same guy who was trying to make conversations with the ref coming in at halftime, laughing and joking. The funny guy. Yeah, put the arms up. He's the palms up.
That's always well, I didn't do anything. Well, it's incredible the number of cards that get handed out and the number of people that just nobody did anything. It's incredible.
I had a coach when I was younger tell the players, I don't want a palms out, tongue out type of team.
Well,
you're just running your mouth with your hands up.
Well, that coach is your coach. That's my new hero.
Yeah, I like that. I've kept that. I was about 10 years old when he said that. I believe it was then. Nishi tries to go up top, climbing. Coaching staff not happy about that. Yeah, all right, now the chippiness is starting up a little bit.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, Nishi's not as good of a player as he is. He's not a guy that's going to really win a lot of aerial battles, I don't think.
Oh, that's a handball. And your parent. Good job. Yeah, number 18 has been probably Birmingham's spark. He's been a calm player on the field. He didn't get that yellow card, but really the yellow card is a yellow card. He knew it. Like, he knew what he was doing. He didn't try.
He had their best chance in the first half. That header that he just outjumped everybody on.
And then him and Jermaine Steele have had some duels going down the side when his fullback has been out.
He is about the one guy for Birmingham who's got any kind of speed, it looks like. And you get him in a foot race with somebody, that's going to be an interesting one, because he's got some speed, and Memphis has got some guys that got speed.
Mm-hmm. That's number 18, Gail Mubalias. I apologize, Gail, if I mispronounce your last name.
It's the 65th minute. And
Over top to Luke Parker. Keeps it down, but can't keep possession.
Luke Parker was really good going forward for the first 30 minutes of the game tonight, and he's just kind of dropped off. And I don't think it's necessarily anything. Birmingham hasn't really done anything to take him out of his game. He's just kind of fallen out.
Yeah, we'll see if they try to open him up more up top. Because in games where Memphis City have needed an offensive spark, Luke Parker's been the guy to go to. Oh, besides Tanishi, of course, but... Oh, Hyman trying to keep it in the box, but it rolls all the way out. Mubali's able to keep it in. Rudder's header. Good move.
Excellent tackle there. That's one
Good job.
That's one you had to get just right too, because that could have been if you don't time that right, you're looking at if that's outside of the area, that might have been a red. If you're inside the area, you're giving away the penalty and you're getting booked. Very perfectly timed tackle there from Asimovic, and bear in mind he's already been shown a yellow card tonight. So.
Yeah, I was wrong when I said he was going to be a little bit more timid. He's almost been more aggressive since that yellow.
He's done what he's had to do when he's needed to do it.
Good tackle from Mubalias on Nishi. Nishi gets it going quickly, and Simovic pressing out. And what I think is very interesting, Shota's right now going through class to learn English, but he's been here for just over a month, and the way that he communicates with people, oh, 2 reds!
No, that's just...
I'm saying 2 reds in total in the game.
Oh, my mistake. He just...
Red card issued.
I believe...
Birmingham number 20, Gerard Barbero.
He literally just picked up a yellow a couple minutes ago and has been shown the red card. You got a second yellow. Don't run. This is why it's not smart to run your mouth at the referee, because you will lose 100% of the time.
Yeah, there is.
And the referee's already proven that if you run your mouth at her, that's not going to end well for you.
Which you should be. In general, you shouldn't talk to referees, but you shouldn't talk to women that way.
Or you should just not be, a turd to anybody. Just do right by people.
Yeah, I don't know if that's possible for that guy. As soon as he came on the pitch, he was a nuisance to both his team and Memphis City. He's still talking. I mean, you're gone. Somebody needs to, I think somebody's coming in to get him. Keep it going. And he gets a high five. That's probably normal behavior from him. Barbaros.
We were talking to the public address announcer here a minute ago during halftime, and he said this is the first team he's ever been handed a roster where somebody's been suspended on it this year. They had a suspended player. Well, their next game they're going to have 2 suspended players.
Huh, I didn't know that. They did have somebody suspended coming into this match, you
yes.
said. Okay, that's interesting. So this was not the first time that they've been in trouble due to reds or physical play. Now we'll see if Memphis changes their tactics at all.
Now you're up a goal and 2 players.
Hit the showers.
Also, the dude who just got sent off hasn't left the bench area yet. He's over there having a good time with his coaches.
Yeah,
fourth official needs to jump in there and make him leave.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Paying attention to it.
You've been sent. You got to be out of sight, out of mind. Start walking, bro.
I'm sure. I don't think that there are fines in NPSL.
Well, then maybe they need to start implementing them.
Yeah, but this guy deserves a fine. This guy deserves a fine, and I doubt. Yeah.
You've been tossed. Go. Get out of here.
Thank you.
I love how the coaches have no problem with him being disrespectful.
And that's part of the problem, is that the coaches don't care, that they're okay with their players doing this. They haven't disciplined their players at all. They haven't yelled, like, well, you've seen over here, whenever a Memphis player gets a little bit anxious, one of these coaches is running out.
Even at halftime, walking off the field at halftime, I don't remember which player it was, but Rafa ran out there. I thought he was going to yell at the referee coming off the field. No, he was grabbing his player for running his mouth.
Memphis needs to be smart here, not let their the 2 red cards get to their head. Play their normal football and Put the game out of reach. Two or three more goals. Everybody's being marked in the box right now. Number 5, watch number 5 streaking in. He's going to be picked up by Sean Rudder. Number 15, rather. Rudder gets it down. He's going to clear it out. Nishi, good touch off the chest.
Even his chest touches that are just random deflections are just end up working out perfectly.
Good job, Jones. Keep it going. Nishi, can't catch him.
I think he was
Good
a
luck.
step slow on that one.
Yeah, if he would have had one more, if he had like
noticing
even a half a step more, I think that would have been different. Oh. Kaba trying to touch it past his offender. Just mistouches it. Jermaine Steele. Rather. Jermaine Steele has been very aggressive this game. Picking up the lone goal in this. You know, that goal is more important than I thought it was going to be. Coming in before the rain delay, because I mean, Memphis City have been pressing, but right now, if you're 0-0 with 2 red cards, there's way more. The pressure's on you. But right now, not as much pressure's on them. Good cross.
Vital deflection there. That was I couldn't tell who that was at the back post, but that was going to be easy pickings.
I think it was Jermaine Steele at the back post, as he has been most of the game.
Yeah.
We haven't talked really about positioning, our players positioning well, but players like Jermaine Steele are a template for the other players right now for where to go on the field attacking wise. Hindman's very good at that too, even though he's mostly defensive. In the midfield, he knows where to go to get open immediately. Parker with the cross, and that's a good.
Yeah, Lewis Jones, we've said his name a couple times tonight. We signaled him out for a special little bit of praise. Man, he was flashing there.
Yeah, he was flashing.
Now this has been,
Let's see.
in my opinion, this has been Memphis City's biggest weakness all season is just appallingly poor corner kicks. I think in all the games I've seen out here this year, I think I've seen one decent corner kick, and that was today against Little Rock. So let's see if they can change that up and just get some decent service. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good one to the middle of the box.
I mean, nobody was home, but
Yeah.
if the ball doesn't get there, it doesn't matter if nobody's home.
People don't realize how fast Sean Rudder is. He just outran Nishi, who wasn't running full speed, and Birmingham player easily.
Well, Rudder's got that season-ending surgery coming up next week, so he's going to leave it all out there.
He is. And you couldn't even tell. I was going to mention that too. You can't tell that he's about to have surgery.
I'm sure he can tell, though.
Oh, I'm sure he can.
I'm sure he's playing through some measure of pain.
Good ball by Damo. Is it going to stay in? Oh! Just goes out. Just rolls over. And we got Blake Lashley putting on his game jersey. Always a good sub. Adds just a ball of energy. Attacking threat. Also able to dispossess. Sub for Birmingham. As they try to get something going. Watterson, Young out, and James Beatty in. Nishi pressuring high. Simovic tries to tackle. Lewis Jones tries to tackle. Simovic back. Good job, Simovic. He rolls it out to Jones. He's got Nishi. Nishi looking for help. He's going to shoot it. Good deflection. Yeah, I think he had Simovic running. Lewis Jones! Okay. There's a curled shot. Good save. I mean, that's a definite savable ball, but once again, good save from Pritchard Ndara, the goalkeeper for Birmingham.
And for those of you who are interested in such things, the USA just kicked off their friendly against Venezuela out in Salt Lake City. But don't go anywhere. Stick this out with us. Catch the rest of the game with us, and then flip over to it's on FS1 tonight, I think.
Yeah, FS1, I believe. It's not the easiest matchup for the United States against Venezuela. Dangerous here. Mario Hyman knows what to do.
Looks like Memphis City's getting ready to make a change and bring Blake Lashley in. Wonder who they're going to bring him out. Wonder who they're going to bring him on for.
I have an idea, but I don't want to make a prediction. Throw in, near side. Right, dangerous, top of the box. Oh. Kind of a lazy shot attempt. Stroot's was there if the ball was on target, but it just goes wide and over.
And since going down to 9, you wouldn't really know that they were only down to 9 because Birmingham, a chance just then, and Memphis City hasn't really created much of anything.
I think Memphis is being a little bit cautious here.
I think you're right. I think they got a one-man lead. I mean, a one-goal lead and a two-man advantage, so they're not going to.
I don't think that they're keeping more people back on defense than a normal team up 2 men would be. So this is Josh Fines, who didn't see a lot of action. Sean Rudder had more tackles this game, more interceptions, but Josh Fines, he's going to be our premier defender for the rest of the season. So keep an eye on number 21. He has the ability. Plays his college soccer at Spring Arbor. Josh Fines originally from England. Same with Sean Rudder from Bristol. Oh, good job, Nishi.
That was a very poor touch by Nishi.
Yeah,
I'm very surprised by that.
I don't know if he was actually fully ready for it.
I think he may have been anticipating the goalkeeper doing something different than what he ended up doing, and that's why he just ended up giving it right to him.
Yeah, he didn't want to get in front and get tripped up. Keba Dimba, he's got Yvonne. Decides to go more central. Lewis Jones. Yeah, Lewis Jones playing more centrally in the last 10-15 minutes. Luke Parker. Oh, that's dangerous.
Getting some chances out of this two-man advantage now.
Just under 15 minutes left to play. Steele with the chance. Oh!
And that hit the underside of the football crossbar, so that's an automatic goal kick.
Yeah.
But that was a rocket.
It was a rocket. It might have dented the crossbar on the football post, on the field goal.
I'll tell you what, as a being in the assistant referees on the far side, being in his shoes in that situation, it is a nightmare when you're playing soccer under football goalposts, because I've had it happen where it's hit the soccer crossbar and gone straight up and come back down, and somebody scored. And
yeah, you got
asking. And you got players asking, oh, that hit the uprights. They hit the uprights. I'm like, no, it didn't play on.
Jones. Oh, it flipped over the top. Good shot and good save.
It's funny. As soon as we say they haven't created any chances out of the two-man advantage, boom, that's 2 in a row. Actually, we'll call it 3 with the Nishi chance.
They're doing what they want, where it's keeping some men back, but just having their fastest guys go forward and bring Nishi and Steele up. You can see Hyman and Blake Lashley all the way back. Daniel Fragichin coming in the game.
He's lucky to still be in the game. Well, he's not in the game. He's lucky to still be in the arena, in the stadium, the venue, whatever you want to call it.
Crossing to Jones. It's just too far.
I don't know how diligently or vigorously that the people at the NPSL office go back and look at events like that, but if somebody higher up catches what Fragichin did, or attempted to do rather, they might be getting a call from somebody, because that was the referee crew was more preoccupied with trying to make sure they didn't have an all-out Donnybrook on their hands. But you don't get to leave the bench and jump up and try to go fight people. You don't get to do that.
Just a second ago, Christian Atkins came in the game for Birmingham, and this is Daniel Fragichin coming in for Luke Parker. Luke Parker, always a pleasure to watch. Fragichin, first touch. Good header to Jermaine Steele. Jermaine Steele keeping it going.
They've done a good job of. He's been wanting to get more central. He's been wanting to cut it in.
Mm-hmm.
And Birmingham's done a pretty good job of just keeping him wide and keeping him, not necessarily forcing him wider, but just keeping him about where he's been.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they've done a good job with Jermaine Steele tonight, because he's been able to dictate
He does have
running
the goal.
forward, but yeah, and he has that goal. They haven't. The thing is, they're able to contain him if they have a step on him already. But if he has a step on them, Jermaine Steele's gone. Same with 2 other players from Memphis City this game. Yeah, Birmingham is not the speediest team, which is not the way you want to play against Memphis City.
Not at all.
Memphis City is one of the speedier teams in the league. Asheville, another speedy team. They have a lot of speed up top. It's very similar to Memphis City's attack, Asheville City. Shiota Nishi. Oh, good move. Just the defender just hoping he doesn't fall down.
I was going to say if Asimovic had kept up his run, that would have been a great-looking ball from Nishi, but he was offside, so it didn't matter.
I'd like to see Asimovic get a goal. So he's been in the box a couple times. Substitute Kevin Wallace coming in, and for Birmingham, and Kyle Emmerich also coming in. Fragachin pushing forward. See how these fresh legs are against Birmingham. Sean Rudder goes to Hyndman. Hyndman dropping into that center half role after Josh Fines comes out. Birmingham will start from their own half. I'll remind you, it's only a 1-goal lead. With Memphis up 2 men.
Yeah, I would say they have not made the most out of their man advantage. They've been up a man the entire second half, and they've been up 2 men for a good chunk of it. And so I would say they have not done. I mean, they haven't given up anything, so they're lucky for that, I guess. But they have not done as well with the chances, the number of chances they've created, and the number of them have been good chances.
Yeah.
They haven't really done much with it.
Substitutes coming in now. Or one substitute, Kyle Emmerich, and then now it's the other one. Number 22, Kevin Wallace. Keegan McQueen coming out, along with DeAndre Robinson. Robinson, number 11, was one of Birmingham's bright spots for sure. Oh, it goes off the ref's head. She almost dodged it though. Quick ability there. Jermaine Steele.
It's never fun as a referee to get hit with the ball because it means somebody didn't do something right.
Oh, good slide challenge by Austin. Good job. Good smart decision. Maybe wanted a little bit more on it. Steele gives it out to Simovic. Simovic had probably some of the most touches, probably top 3 touches in the game. No. It's a shot. I don't know if that even would be called on target. Struch saves it easily.
I would say on target. I know anything that the keeper actually saves within the framework of the goal is considered on target. I don't know if they consider if it hits the post. I don't know if that counts as on target. I would say not.
I think if it hits the post, it's off target. That's my FIFA knowledge. FIFA. Oh, all right. Okay. Late whistle. Shiota trying to figure out what happened.
I'm not sure what happened either. I was my eyes were upfield with Nishi. I didn't even know anything had happened back here, but we're the ones up here and she's the one down there. So
The ref didn't even know the play had started after that. Strutz, good job. That was a weird, weird spin. If you could hear on the PA in the 85th minute now. Hopefully Memphis can hold this 1-0 lead over this feisty, to say the least, Birmingham Hammers team.
I'm not sure feisty is the right. Feisty is more of like a plucky underdog, like a.
I tried to use a word. I've been negative about Birmingham most of the game. I tried to use a word where it at least shows that they're passionate.
Well, they've given us every reason to be negative. I mean, you've had 2 players sent off, and you had a mass confrontation, and you got coaches arguing throw-ins at midfield, and so yeah. I mean,
how about fiery?
Yeah, there you go. I think
maybe that's the word I was looking for.
I think that works just fine.
Sean Rudder.
As good as they've looked going forward, even with this 2-man advantage, I think a trend has. I think we've got a large enough sample size this season where you can say that goal scoring is a problem.
Yeah.
For Memphis City, you've been up. You've had a man advantage for most of the game, and you've had a 2-man advantage for a good chunk of it, and you've only got 1 goal to show up. Which the goal happened before you were up even 1 man.
I would completely agree with you. I would say defensively, Memphis City has few holes. Offensively, they're still figuring it out. Hyndman picks that up. I think that's his 5th interception of the night. Oh, good touch. A little bit dangerous, but he does well. See as Memphis tries to possess the ball for the rest of the game. But Keba Demba goes over the top, and Fragichin showing those fresh legs. Yeah. Austin gives it to Yvonne. Good job. That should be a foul. All right, and he wraps up, and now he's pushing off of him to get up, and he steps over top of him. That's a.
I think with so little time left in the game, the referee's just kind of tired of the BS, and I don't know. It was difficult for me to tell up here. There were a couple of bodies flying around. I mean, Memphis City got the free kick. No cards were shown. Moving on down the road.
I just don't understand the mindset of I'm going to take him out. I'm not going to let him get up, and then I'm going to, out of frustration, like we're playing. You referred to U6s earlier. They're acting like this as a U6 team. We do play Birmingham again in Birmingham, so that'll be interesting.
That'll be very interesting.
I wasn't planning on doing that game, but we'll see if we can get a broadcast up for that one. See how those. What did you call their fans?
No, I believe their supporters group is like the Magic City Brigade or
Magic
something.
City. Was Birmingham the Magic City?
I've always heard of Birmingham referred to as the Pittsburgh of the South.
Pittsburgh of the South because of all the steel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But another opportunity for Memphis City there, just kind of goes away, finds a way to not go in.
Yeah, just the ball goes straight up instead of just taking any angle. Matt Ross, number 19, coming in the game.
That's a surprise. I'm not sure.
It's a surprise.
With this little time left in the game, I think that's probably a substitution method. Just run the clock out, basically. I mean, given that he played if not the whole game, the majority of the game earlier today against Little Rock.
That's okay. We'll take that. Cleats were up. He knows it. One Thought that was signaling for added time. Oh, come on. That was the time to let him in after a foul. Birmingham sending everyone forward, and Matt Ross is coming on for Lewis Jones, which I believe is Lewis Jones' best outing of the season for it, personally for him. Matt Ross, a little bit taller than Jones, maybe just getting a body in. Good defense. Matt Ross. Good job, Matt Ross. Nishi's going. Nishi's going. He's going.
Yeah,
he's got a
tired.
chance.
They're catching, and they're going to catch him. Yeah.
He's got a chance still. Oh, it's a beautiful shot and goal! Shiota Nishi!
That was cheeky.
That was nice. That was nice.
I like that. I said they caught him, but that didn't matter.
Shiota Nishi, the new face of Memphis City Football Club, to secure the game against the raucous Birmingham Hammers. This can come get love from the bench. Good job. Gotta love that. And that's why we love
that was a very cheeky, very skilled finish.
Because you were right, he's tired. He did not want to run that far, and he cut it back.
Well, if
Ronaldo-esque move.
If he had kept going, he wouldn't have scored.
I mean, he literally did the heel chop, and it worked out perfectly. It wasn't the cleanest heel chop. You know, it wasn't like CR7, but...
Then obviously that's going to wrap it up. You're up 2 men and 2 goals.
Hey, thanks guys. Do you guys have a recording of that we could get? Yeah. Is it going to be saved on YouTube? Oh, my bad. Sorry, I didn't realize you were still live.
Apologies for that.
Yeah, sorry. Birmingham members coming in and just talking over our live stream. Could be 3.
Matt Ross making that run.
Good save. Yeah, Matt Ross.
Now the key the rest of the way here for the minute or whatever it is that we've got left is to just don't be stupid. Don't let anybody, don't get sent off. Don't do anything. Don't say anything. Don't get hurt.
Yep.
And that's it.
Thank you all for watching. And that was a good game. I enjoyed that game.
It had a little bit of everything. We got goals, we got send-offs, we got cards, we had mass confrontation, we had a little bit of everything.
Lawrence and I had fun with that game, to say the least. It was a fun game. We appreciate everybody who came out. Come out to the next game. Schedule is online. Check out the Memphis City website. Look for write-ups for post-game reviews. We appreciate everybody watching on the feed. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe.
And the Road Squadrons for helping to make